Okay folks, I'll show you the time. About an hour later, so it's 23 minutes past 11 and it is April the 2nd, 2023. So I want to point upwards so if you can see it. If it will come into shot, bear with, let it focus. Go very faintly. Hi family. Enlarge it a bit more. You can see that. Now hopefully over the next few days I'm going to give you more insight into and get my family to confirm things, what they've told me, and I'm going to confirm again what they are. So when I'm talking to these lights that are flashing, and I call them consciousness circles, when you see the crafts flying, what they are. Okay, to me, when they first appeared, after I initially got over the shock, they told me, even before they appeared actually, psychically, telepathically, they told me that they are the creators of mankind. Is that correct? Okay, see it moving up. And they're the creators of Earth. And all the species, not all the species on Earth, but most of the species on Earth, they created Earth, the solar system. They are ancient beings, and we would call them our gods. We, as in human beings, would call the consciousness that I'm talking to our gods, our creators. Is that correct? See that? Okay, and from the very beginning, like I said before, God, I've moved. Before they appeared, they told me that this happening, that this contact that I'm having would happen anyway. It was designed, it was just destined to happen. I am one of them. Is that correct, family? And it was designed, destined to happen. The fact that I'm being targeted to protect a rapist, a serial rapist, serial sex offender, came into play by chance. It wasn't destined. You know, we are not linked to our abusers. We're not linked to our torturers. We're not linked to these fucking creature beasts that are ruling Earth. Okay, it's just so happens I'm in this situation due to Douglas Council and West Midlands Police protecting a convicted rapist. And it so happens, is that correct? And Derby Homes, Derby City Council, and a whole bunch of people involved. And this, coincidentally, them targeting me throughout these years has shown me how Earth has came to be as it is, this civilization to be as it is. So what's happening to me, what they've tried to do to me, how they've tried to control me, is how the parasitic beings that control Earth now have tried to control humans, have controlled humans. Is that correct? No. Is it half correct? After how they've tried to control humans, this civilization is not the way we are living now, the way our history has been taught, has been dictated by parasitic beings that are not even human. Is that correct? been it so small? Sorry, back was enlarge that. Okay, the way Earth has been run. Okay, so that's just the basic. Who am I talking to? Okay, they are the creators of humanity, of the solar system, of humans, of other species on Earth. I don't know what she's doing. I'm ignoring her. That's the cat, by the way. Okay. They are things that play out in religious texts. They are parasitic beings. They are demons on Earth. They are entities that have never worked for the good of mankind. They're to cause pain to mankind. There also are beings that you would call in religious texts, some religious texts, as angels, as beings that are being sent down to Earth to protect humans, protect or block some of the effects of the parasitic entities. Is that correct? This is happening full throttle now. Everything that's happened on Earth, it's not just happened coincidentally, it's been planned. And as I said previously, I would only speak mainly regarding Earth. Let me just move the camera around, centre it. Sorry, not Earth, the UK, sorry. Because that's the country I know, that's the country I've lived in, that's the country that I've been brought up in, that's the country and the politics that I know and I can relate to the most. But if you look, but if you look around the world, if you look at the people and societies that have been that suffered mass genocide, if you look at societies and the peoples around Earth that have been discriminated against, slavery, their history have been wiped out, or they've been persecuted, they were the original people of Earth. Okay. So it's not just black people, it's brown people, it's people with yellow skin tones, with the brown skin tones. Just look at the people on Earth that have been persecuted. They were the original people on Earth. Also, if you're white, you very rarely, okay, you got to know your bloodline. Very rarely will you be a pure white, so you will also have been affected by the parasitic beings. Your ancestors will have been affected by the parasitic beings. Just because you choose to be a racist, if you're a racist in this world, you just don't know your history. Very few of us are one pure breed, and if they are, run for the fucking hills, folks. Seriously, run for the hills. They're not human. Is that correct, family? Okay, so people and race has been put into the mix to cause conflict throughout history. Different religions have been put into the mix to cause conflict purposely. There's no such thing as religion. I became so non-spiritual, if you want to put it in those terms. Never been religious, and I'm sort of baptised Catholic and all that, but I became so non-spiritual in a sense, having contact with my family. And like I said, I call them my family as out of respect. So because I did actually say to them, should I call you my God then? What are you? You're God? You made me? Like I told you, it's like a third wave. So the creators created them. Is that correct? And they created us. okay? Humans with a heart centre, with a heart chakra, with a connection with a heart-based energy. They are humans walking. I can give you the names. I've given you names. I'm going to fucking name them all. Just in this life, in my life, part of the targeting program, that I've got no heart connection. That I'm jumping ahead, but I've got no heart connection. Like I said, when I see entities and people, I do actually see entities and people. When I see overlays, I do actually see the overlays of whatever entity is feeding off them. Okay, when I say insectoids, fucking demon looking things, and spider and gargoyles and shit like that. Okay, the powers that be, if you're in the media, you will know what I'm talking about. If you work for a supermarket, if you're part of the targeting program, you will know what I'm talking about. You know this is happening now. Around the world, if you work in the media, depends how much you are in the know, you will know what I'm talking about, and you will know this is happening now, that the human beings that have overlays on them, and it's the energy that's attracted whatever entity, whatever demon onto them, and it's feeding off their energy. You know that. Okay. The parasites, I'm going to quickly give you a quick overlay and then I'm going to stop filming. Okay, the parasites, humans, were put on this earth first by these parasitic beings to fool the original humans. Because we could see what they were, that they had parasites on them, we rejected them instantly. Like when I see parasites on these beings, and insectoid creatures, literally they are creatures. Some of them are fucking awful, some of them are quite not too bad. Look, some of them look like humans, but they're demons. It will instantly reject them. This is what's happening now to everybody on earth. That's why the shit show's happening. It's because we are waking up to our natural psychic abilities. They don't want you to see what they really are. And I mean they, the parasitic beings in power, the parasitic beings that have controlled Earth by various means. So from the very beginning, these creatures were put on Earth to mingle in with mankind. Because mankind rejected them, the other sort of parasitic beings sort of like brought the moon and brought tidal waves, and there was loads of wars, and there was like conflicts on Earth and out of Earth to destroy Earth, to destroy humans as much as possible, to destroy Earth as much as possible, and to create a layer, literally an energetic layer of lower energy, of dense energy. So our link to our creators were blocked. Our natural psychic abilities were blocked, so we don't see and naturally reject these parasitic entities. So we just wouldn't see them. I sound like I'm out of breath, don't I? God, I'm not coming down somewhere. Anyway, so that's the plan. So that's why the moon was put in place, and that's why the solar system is not what scientists tell you it is, and that's why now, because it's a cycle. I said originally, is that correct? Family, I'm going off on one. Is that correct? Okay. So that's why societies, the moon, even Earth's energy is not supposed to be as heavy as this. It's not supposed to be as dense as this. It was put in place to block our ability to sense the parasitic beings. The parasitic beings put to humans that had no connection to the creators, no connection to the creators whatsoever, in place. So humans were no heart centre. to create as much trouble, to create as much pain as possible on earth. We would call them psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, whatever you. Psychologists have been put in place to make excuses for these fucking creatures. Anybody that's labelled a narcissist or psychopath, if you've had dealings with them in your life, you know these are evil little fuckers that need to be off earth as quickly as possible. They shouldn't be on earth, full stop. Okay? They're not human, they don't think like humans, they will never change. And I'll go into that another time about narcissists and psychopaths, and our psychologists and psychotherapists will make excuses for these fucked up humans that are not human. Okay? Anyway, so they were put on earth. This is a brief quickly run down, and we'll go back and we'll keep on going. I want you to understand what's happening now. This is what's always happened. This has always been put in place. So that our psychic ability were naturally called, one for a better word, so these beings could feed off our fear, feed off our anxiety, feed off our pain. Okay, the beings that created them are not even humans. They're sort of insectoids. And yes, there are greys. Greys are not our friends. Can I just get that for a double second from the greys are not our friends. They are not linked to humanity. You confirm that, family? Okay, and if you go into the UFO community, they will tell you, oh, the greys are lovely, the greys are part human, or that they're evolved human, or they're not evolved human, or the humans from our future, and blah blah blah. There's so much bullshit going out there, again, to entrap us, to give our power to these parasitic beings, to be we see them, not to be revolted by them. The greys, yet again, please confirm, family, are not our friends. They're not related to humanity one little bit. They're parasitic beings. Is that correct, family? Okay, you see films and this and that made about him, and oh, what the cute, and blah blah blah. And I'm talking about the short greys. I'm talking about the greys that are 6 foot tall, 7 foot tall, greys that are pink. Yes, there are greys that are pink. I don't fucking know what's that about, but here we go. Greys that look quite cute. Greys that are fucking evil looking things. They show you that their contempt and disgust and revulsion at humanity, once you feel it, you will know it. And not just the greys, other species as well, that UFO community will tell you to like, that they're part of humanity. They are not part of humanity. Okay? Can we confirm that again? The greys are not part of humanity. They're not here to help humanity. The greys feed off humanity, feed off the fear, anxiety, etc. of humanity. And they're just one part. I've said previously that there are hundreds of entities around us as we speak, around Earth, in different dimensions, that are doing their own. Some are doing their own thing and not fucking bothering about us. Some are actually actively feeding off our fear. And that's what the parasitic beings, the religious leaders, the governments, royal families, that's what they're into. That's their thing, that's giving them power. So the parasitic beings put humans in place. At the very start of civilization, they made up religion. Okay, religion is a man-made concept. They made up religion because they were aware that humans had a natural connection to high beings, to a high contact, we reach the heart centre. So that's why all religions were created by a man. If you look at whatever religion you are, whatever religion you studied, they always say, oh, okay, this man, and it's always normally a man, innit, had contact with somebody from the heavens, and they gave him this knowledge. Okay, that's Yeah, okay, whatever. And like I said, I'm not religious, less so now. The made religion because they knew the parasitic beings mimic humans. They knew that to feed off us, they have to trick us. So they mimic humans. So some religions were created just how humans are naturally are. We are heart-based, we are centered, we are very generous, we are very honest, we are very empathic humans, entities, naturally. Okay, we are heart-based. Doesn't mean we're not warriors, but like in most religions, will tell you to not to fight and not to forgive your oppressor and blah blah blah, and that's a load of crap as well. We are very warrior. We are warrior-like. Humans are meant. We're not meant to tolerate this bollocks. Put up with shit from fucking entities feeding off us. Is that correct, family? But they put religion in place, and they put a class system in place, and they put kings and queens in place. Like so, they had kings and queens, but were never called kings and queens. There were beings, there were families that were so highly evolved that they schooled themselves in the everything to do with humanity, everything to do with life. They schooled themselves. Okay. You hear that? The creature beasts are playing around with my recordings, fuckers. Okay, so what's happening now? Oh, I've gone too far. Okay, so that's why the caste system was created. That's why kings and queens, and you know, one person is superior. Then I'm going to go back before I continue, and hopefully. Just bear with, folks, I'm doing something with it off a phone. Hopefully it's still there. Oh, there it is. Bear with. Okay. I'm going to go back through this again. I don't want to seem like, if you've followed on my post, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to keep on saying this. There's certain points that bear with.